Hi, welcome back to PennLive.com. I'm Dustin Hawkinsmith here with Greg Pickle, talking about Penn State recruiting, specifically Greg, the offensive line. Will Fry's commitment is not new. It happened last week, but he's commitment number 4 as far as offensive linemen go in the 16 class. And you would think that could be the end of their offensive line recruiting in 16. And so I think it begs the question, with the 15 talent and the 14 talent, the pipeline is starting to really fill up. And I think the big question is when you're going to start seeing results from these kids. What do you think about the future of this position and how these guys fit into the big picture?
Yeah, well, I think when you look at the run that Penn State has had recruiting the offensive line, it hasn't been very good over the last decade. It really has been very poor. And even under Bill O'Brien, it wasn't that great. But James Franklin and his staff have found local, regional talent that end up as also really good offensive linemen, and they've been able to land them. So when you look at the impact this class can make, I think 2017 is probably the season you start to see those guys. 2016, some will definitely be better. This class in particular, the class of 2016, you're looking a little bit farther down the road, but when you look at the scholarship layout of the offensive line, it's so much better than it was even just a year ago and 2 years ago. So 2016, 2017, I think, is when you really will see Penn State start to take the next step. And I think they're going to take a step this year, don't get me wrong, but I think when you look at the 3-year plan James Franklin has always talked about, I think 2016 makes sense. 2016
does make sense. And you look at 2015, and by my unofficial count, I've got 9. Either redshirt sophomore, redshirt freshman, or true freshman versus 6 senior, redshirt junior, and junior types scholarship-wise. And you're going to see, I think, a small step forward this year because you have to. There's no place else to go.
Right.
And another small step forward in 2016. And I agree, 2017 is really the year where these more talented kids, the ones from 14, 15, and 16 that we're seeing, have enough experience to really make an impact.
Yeah, no question about it. I think when you look at the guys at Penn State's recruiting, the reason the outlook is so bright is because these guys can play so many different positions. And when I think the 2016 class is really interesting because you have a center in Connor McGovern. You can see with Penn State's offensive line this past year, they were moving centers around, and there was never any consistency. You look back at Matt Stankiewicz and Ty Howland, they had those two guys, a lot of consistency. So that's a big deal. They have some guys that came in the class of 2015 that could be a center, Ryan Bates, perhaps. So I think when you look at the way they're recruiting, the reason the future is so bright for 2016 and 2017 is simply because not only the guys that they have coming into the program versatile, there's a lot of them too.
There's a lot of them, and I think the center types are young. You have Ryan Bates in 2015, Connor McGovern in 2016, and those inside spots in particular, there's a decision to be made whether you want to go with probably the less talented but more experienced player, or if a young guy kind of steps in. And my bold prediction, I don't know if it's that bold, Michael Mennett will be ready to play in 2017. I think he's athletic enough. I think he's going to grow. Yep. He's going to get bigger as a true freshman, and as a redshirt freshman, he can maybe take that line to the next level in 2017.
No question about it.
That's Greg Pickle. I'm Dustin Hawkinsmith, wrapping up this Penn State recruiting segment for PennLive.com.